Alright, I know this review is a little late, but there's a story behind this. I was just gonna pass this movie right up, but everyone at my job at the movie theater has been going on and on about how great of a movie this is, so I figured, alright, I might as well see it. So I finally saw it today, and I'm really glad I did, so now here's my review. Better late than never, right? Baby Driver. So Baby Driver is directed by Edgar Wright, the director of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and a few other movies that I actually have not seen yet, and now I probably should. Stars Ansel Elgort as Baby. He's a getaway driver for criminals. You know, these criminals will be robbing a bank, and he's sitting there waiting in the car, and then when the criminals come out, they're like, go, 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 and he gets away. And he is really good at it. It's like the best driver ever. Like 5 minutes into the movie, there's this big action scene where he's just, you know, zipping throughout the city. He's doing these drifts. It was awesome. It locked me right in. But one day, this lucky son of a bitch gets to meet the most beautiful girl on the face of the planet. Holy shit. Deborah, played by Lily James. Oh my god, that has got to be like the prettiest face I've ever seen. One of, anyway, for sure. I mean, at least of an actress. So they have their romance going, and they want to just drive away and just live their lives, but they can't because Baby has his job. And now we have our really fun movie. I really mean that. This movie's all about the fun. It's Edgar Wright, so you already know that. First off, I really relate to Baby on a personal level for a couple of reasons. One, because he is obsessed with his music on his iPods. He has multiple iPods for different moods. 90% of the time you see him in this movie, he's got his earbuds on. And his shades, because he gotta look cool. And he's just rocking out to his music, man. Whatever he's listening to, he rocks out. Like, you can see him just going, yeah, just, you know, singing along with it, which is what I do all the time. Whenever I'm just like walking to work, it's a 20-minute walk, and I just plug in my headphones and listen to whatever I'm in the mood for, and I'm rocking out, I'm singing along. That's me. That's just a personal thing with me. He also has permanent tinnitus, which is something I also have. Ears ringing all the time. Needless to say, I just connected with him a lot. He was an awesome character to follow throughout this movie. Kevin Spacey plays his boss. He's running this whole crime thing he's got going on. And, you know, he's Kevin Spacey. He plays the same character in pretty much everything he's in, but he rocks it. What can I say? Some of his dialogue had me laughing out loud. Some of the other criminals that are hanging out with them in the gang, you know, Jamie Foxx is one of them. He's kind of a standout in this movie. I mean, everyone's a standout in this movie. I'm really being honest here. But Jamie Foxx was pretty memorable. And also John Hamm. I haven't seen John Hamm in a while. I don't really know him for being in too many things. I'm not really too familiar with his work, but he was really good in this movie. But the main star in this movie is the tone. Like I said, it is really fun. You're just jamming along with this movie. That's the best compliment I can give it. Like, not too far into the movie, there's a scene where Baby's just rocking. He's got his earphones on, and he's just walking throughout the city. If you look at the graffiti on the walls, I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but like, it's awesome. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. Made this film really unique, which I guess Edgar Wright is really good at making films unique. I mean, look at Scott Pilgrim, for God's sakes. But I'm just saying though, this first scene where he's walking throughout the city, I can watch that scene for like ever, because it is just an awesome scene. Another unique thing about this film is its action sequences. Like, there will be these gun shootouts, people will be shooting guns, but they're synced up to whatever song Baby's listening to on his earphones. That could be seen as cheesy, but I can't really think of another movie off the top of my head that does that. And it really works with this movie because that's just the style that this movie was given. It really kept me engaged into the action sequences, because usually in, like, you know, normal action movies without like superheroes or anything, I'll be bored because like the story will just come to a halt for an action scene. But once in a while a movie will come along and be like, hey, our action is badass, here's why. And it'll blow me away. This movie did that because the action was synced up to the music. I loved it. And while I'm on it, let's just talk about the film's soundtrack. Oh yeah! They call me Baby Driver. Once upon a pair of wheels, I hit the road and I'm gone. What's my number? I wonder how your engines feel. I scoot down the road. What's my number? I wonder how your engines feel. If you're gonna have a main character who loves music, then you gotta make sure there's some good music in here. And man, this film delivers. This film's got everything. Rock, hip-hop, my perfect mix. I am so getting this soundtrack. Guys, there's not much really left to say about Baby Driver. I love the characters, I love the story, I love the action. The movie's funny. I was laughing a lot. Sometimes it's just because of the funny dialogue, other times it was because of the action was so cool. Honestly, some of the best action scenes I've seen so far this year. For Baby Driver, I will say, go see this movie right now. Even if you've seen it already, go see it again. You know you want to. So Baby Driver, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you think, go ahead and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe.